Voormalig president van Guyana, Donald Ramotar, bracht namens de Guyanese overheid de condolences afgelopen zaterdag bij de uitvaart van ex-president Bouterse over. Ramotar gaf aan dat hij zich verplicht voelde om bij de uitvaart aanwezig te zijn. Hij benadrukte dat Bouterse een nationalist was die de onafhankelijkheid serieus nam.
For him, it meant more than just having a national anthem and a flag. For him, he wanted not just the form of independence, but more importantly for him, he wanted the substance of independence for the people of Suriname and the Caribbean. He labored to make Suriname less dependent on the old colonial Dutch. That is something that we are all still striving for in our region. He was a strong regionalist. He was a great supporter of CARICOM and for the greater unity in the region. Even though he made some advances, we still have a far way to go, and we still have much more to do in that regard. During my presidency, we almost always stood together on international issues. He had a strong affinity with the working people, and not only here in Suriname, but wherever we went together and we had the opportunity of meeting common people, he was extremely comfortable with working people. I believe it was those traits that was most responsible for the vicious attacks he was subjected to from the old colonial masters and imperialism generally.
Ramotar haalde ook fel uit naar buitenlandse machten zoals de Verenigde Staten van Amerika, Engeland, Duitsland en Nederland, die volgens hem geen moraal meer in zich hebben. Het zijn dezezelfde machten geweest die Bouterse voor allerlei zaken veroordeeld hebben.
Anyone who still believes that the main imperialist states have any morality left in them, I invite them to look at what is happening today in the Gaza and on the west bank of the Jordan River. This is not a war that is taking place there. Mainstream media tries to portray it as a war, but it is a genocide against an almost helpless and unarmed population. Bombing with the most sophisticated of airplanes and war tanks against a people that are starving. Already, more than 45,000 people, 70% of whom are children, babies, and women of childbearing age, have been killed. Thousands more are dead and buried under the millions of tons of rubble, and tens of thousands more have died because of the wounds inflicted by the Israeli bombs and bullets. More have also passed away due to the lack of medication for their illnesses. Right now, as we speak, babies are dying from the cold in the winter in Palestine. And these were some of the things that stirred our late President Bouterse. Hospitals are being destroyed. Hundreds of medical workers are being killed, some of them while they are operating on patients. Schools are being destroyed. Many medical workers are targeted, not only killed, but arrested and tortured in Israeli prisons. So too are journalists as they try to hide what is taking place in that sorry land. Water, electricity, and food are made weapons against Palestinians. The misery is unimaginable. toilets, corpse on the streets, unavailable toilets and corpse on the streets everywhere. This is being waged against journalists as well. The imperialist forces, the United States, the United Kingdom, Germany, the Netherlands. Only a few days ago, the Dutch court overruled a petition brought to them by a non-governmental organization asked in Holland to stop selling weapons to Israel, to kill innocent people. The U.S. has used its veto. They have used their veto to continue the murder that is taking place there. And more than that, they are rendering the United Nations, the ICC, the ICJ, and even the Secretary General of the United Nations is banned from Israel. The U.S. vetoed in October 2023, shortly after the war started, a bill that could have saved thousands of lives. For a pause, they voted against it. It is those same forces, those same people have caused war in Russia and Ukraine based on a drive for dominance and for sheer greed. They are prolonging the war by proxy against Russia, fighting to the last Ukrainian. It is those same morally bankrupt and decadent politicians that have persecuted Comrade Bouterse. Those are the same ones that persecuted and accused him of all types of things.
Caribische leiders moeten volgens Ramotar een standpunt innemen.
Caribbean leaders must show strength and give leadership to the world. I call upon using this forum at this occasion of the death of one of our Caribbean sons to call on CARICOM to demand that Israel be expelled from the United Nations in order for us to give real solidarity to the people of Palestine. It is not impossible. This is not a radical call. South African apartheid racist regime did less than this, and they were suspended from the United Nations. I therefore think that our region together, individually maybe we can't do it, but together we can do it and call for the expulsion from this area. My friends, in conclusion, let me say that Comrade Bouterse was a warm and fun-loving person. He loved music, he loved a little drink, and he loved a good party. He was a wonderful singer who sang in many languages. His favorite English song, as far as I believe, was My Way. And I think that My Way reflected his life probably more than any other song. I had the pleasure of singing it with him a few times. But he also loved Caribbean music. He loved calypso. He loved King Fighter. Fighter, fighter, nago baka dema rara. Tomara neti me gonna give you two sani. Fighter, fighter, me gonna give you furu, furu. He will be missed. He will certainly be missed. And once more, I extend to the family, to the leadership of the party, to his supporters, and to all Suriname, deepest sympathy on this loss. Not only your loss, but a loss to our region. Thank you so much for your attention.